Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
Greg, how you doing, nerds?
How you doing, bud? How you doing?
Quite an emotional week there with some finales and some new shows. Wow, Obi-Wan finale. We're going to talk about that in a few seconds. We're going to kick it off with that. Miss Marvel episode 3 called Destined. Mm-hmm. I only got to one episode of The Umbrella Academy, season 3, and Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the Elysian Kingdom. Mm. The boys finally delivered with the Hero-gasm episode, and universe will never be the same. And Mark and I will review Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness. But Obi-Wan, I think it tried to basically clear up a lot of stuff in New Hope, or fix a lot of things in the New Hope. I guess now, I remember in this first episode I was bragging about how, now that they've showed us young Leia, that'll make the message seem more clear. Well, help me, Obi-Wan, you're my hope. But I forgot about that very important line, like, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars, and which meant she never met him. But I didn't like how at the end he's like, let's pretend we don't know each other. I thought that was the only lame attempt to clear up New Hope. But of course, the big Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fight finale was incredible, I thought.
I think that was the fight we would have wanted in New Hope, right?
A big shout out to the sound mixer, whoever mixed that, combining Hayden's voice, switching to James Earl Jones because his wonderful breathing apparatus. Yeah, that deserves an Emmy there for sound mixing or editing or whatever they did. That was incredible. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was. It's everything you would have wanted that fight to be, right? The visual style was fantastic. The movements between the two of them. We never really saw Darth Vader going all out, right?
We saw them when they're basically two old men going at it in A New Hope, right?
Right, exactly. So, you don't get those big moves and obviously now they can do a lot more with using the Force to launch things at each other and so on. So, it was a way to go. And you know what? It just solidifies my theory that when these shows come out, you got to look at them as a whole. You can't cherry pick each individual episode and go, well, that's not what we wanted. Because you know what? You're going to get what you want in the end. Just wait it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and having Palpatine show up, which was cool, that helped fix the line in Star Wars where he goes, "Oh, that's a presence I have not felt since," and that. Yeah. So that whole warning him, like, you're too, caught up in this. So that's why Darth Vader leaves him alone, and the whole goodbye Darth thing, because in Star Wars: A New Hope he refers to him as Darth, and I tried to cover up the lie that. Ben made to Luke in the first Star Wars, where
Vader killed your father. Yeah.
So when Anakin says, "Well, you did nothing wrong. I killed Anakin," type of thing.
Exactly.
But my God, Ewan McGregor's acting when he had tears in his eyes when he was seeing Anakin through the busted helmet.
Oh yeah, no, it was
thinking it was all his fault. That's acting, boys and girls.
Yeah, no, that was fantastically done. And in the end, we get a hello there.
Then we get Qui-Gon too. We all knew that was coming.
Yeah, we were hoping it was coming. We didn't know for sure.
I knew he would because Liam Neeson said it. He goes, "Well, look, I did it for these reasons." He goes, "Ewan's a mate. Ewan's the producer, so he called him, and I can't say no." And George, I did to respect George and his So he goes, "No, there's no way I was turning it down."
Yeah. And I love that it took you long enough. I've been waiting. Yeah, but you weren't ready.
Yeah.
Exactly. Typical Master Padawan, right? Like just the old banter from the original Phantom Menace just kind of kicks right in, and it's great. It was wonderful.
We got to hear Luke Skywalker say the famous line from Empire, "I'm not afraid," for the first time.
Yeah.
You will be. And of course his mom, Bonnie Peace, finally did something there. Aunt Beru was kicking butt there.
Yeah.
When Reva came to kill Luke in some misguided attempt to get back at Darth, Well, let's see. He killed all my friends, so I'm going to kill the kid.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, there's a redemption story involved with her, and just like I said, I'm curious to see what season 2 would procure, right?
Well,
Because
Ewan wants to do it. It's not official yet, but
no, no, no. I mean, you know what? If you're going to continue it, it's got to be a good story. And you know what? In this instance, I don't think they could do it without Liam Neeson. Like, I think they really have to have a couple of episodes of those two interacting, and then him going off to take care of a greater threat. It would be, it would work so well, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Leia gets her blaster holder without the blaster. I mean,
oh, she's got Lolo in there.
Yeah, Lolo. Lolo.
Little Lolo.
But yeah, overall, yeah, I like this.
But
like
I
this
mean,
show.
my only thing is like, okay, reality. Luke was 18 in New Hope, right?
Yeah,
So we got 8 years.
yeah. There's a lot of
A
stories.
lot of shit has to happen to Obi-Wan for him to age that much.
Yeah. Well, I did see a funny meme though when people like describing his age, like they put that picture of Alec Guinness from Star Wars, and then a horribly aged age. Like, so people are describing him much older than he was. Sure, he was old, but he wasn't as like 90 years old as some people are describing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you could just completely gray out Ewan McGregor and say, yeah, well,
Yeah.
he hit his 50s and it just kind of went.
Well, unfortunately, Hollywood, yeah, it's much easier to age someone than de-age them. So
Yeah.
they should have no problem.
But they can't go by, decades past, like,
Yeah.
so.
Well,
Yeah.
lots of story there left.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, if they're gonna do something like this, they got to really come up with a really great story, and it's got to be a whole story. It's got to be something they can do for the full season and really hit home. And like I said, people that are bitching, oh, episode 1 was so lame, or doesn't go fast enough, or watch the whole thing. Wait till you get the whole meal. Never critique the cuisine until it's all served. You know what I mean?
And be happy there is we even get a show like this, because
Yeah.
no one imagined this.
Yeah.
We'd ever get this. All right, now on to a bad Disney Plus show. Miss Marvel.
Well, you got to admit, this one was a little bit more Marvel than Disney. This had a little bit more action.
Well, I didn't find. I found I had to sit through a very long wedding, and this was my least favorite episode of the 3. But and of course, there's no wonder it's the least viewed, because when you keep showing these mosque scenes and these wedding scenes, I keep thinking of the heartland of the USA is really tuning out. So yeah, it's no wonder why it's the least viewed. But I don't know. Did you like this? I guess you like this episode.
Well, like I said, it was. I found it a little bit more Marvel than Disney. We're getting some answers. Some things are happening. Okay, now we know where it's coming from. So it's like, okay, they've sort of rewritten this a little bit.
Was that where they first excavated and found the bangle there on a severed blue arm? Was that supposed to be Kree? Like, they didn't. Really...
At first, I thought it was Kree. Like,
okay,
they say they're coming from the Nord dimension, and I'm trying to think if there was any sort of connection to the Kree. So it's kind of right now. I think it's up in the air. I think there's a lot more to be said, because I mean. Yeah, these guys are moving.
Well, they're known as the clandestines, right? I think.
Yeah, clandestines. Yeah.
That was created in 1994. That storyline.
Yeah, so like they're a form of jinn, which is
which is basically the evil evil ones, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's like their version of the boogeyman, I think.
Exactly, or they're called genies. They're called but they're troublemakers. They're all troublemakers. So. Okay, so now we got a little bit more context. We know who the mom is, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, now let's just see where it goes. Right now, I'm kind of like, where's it gonna go?
Yeah,
I'll save judgment for when the series is over, and then I can say, yeah, they could have done this, they would have done this. But hey, they went this direction, and that's what we'll get. And hopefully, Marvels will not be focusing on just that.
Yeah. Okay, exactly. All right, let's get into a good show. Back into the Umbrella Academy. Wow. So hats off to the choreographer who, shot for shot, did the Footloose dance, just like from the Better movie with Kevin Bacon, the first movie.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
bravo. Wasn't expecting that at all. But then,
No,
of course,
that threw me. That I saw that. I was
yeah,
like, I mean, it was a dream sequence, but it was like,
yeah,
well done.
yeah, yeah. It's caused by what's her name? Not Sloane.
No, Sloane. The other one.
Jamie. Yeah, Jamie.
With the
She
spit. Yeah.
hallucinogenic black spit. But
Yeah.
bravo, like to even why. I think it's when you spit. Is it the person spitting that gives you that hallucination, or is it that you have Footloose on the mind and that's what's coming out? Like I don't know.
I think it was sort of like something on the mind.
Okay. Anyway, I loved it. Loved that opening.
Oh yeah, like I'm sitting there like, why are they dancing? And then you realize it was because he was dosed, and it's like,
yeah. I didn't catch that at first. Like I didn't think that
like at first when he got
spit
dosed,
that did that. Like
at first I thought he was kind of like enamored with her after she was like. After she spit on him, and it was kind of like
I thought I missed an episode. Like stupid Netflix wouldn't let me recap it because I paused the recap and then I went away, and when I came back, I couldn't get it back. So I thought, shit, this must be referencing something in season 2 that I missed. Okay. But nope. Okay.
Like I thought she controlled him for a second because he looked at her kind of like, whoa, and then Luther starts dancing, and I'm like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah, exactly. They just agreed to fight like
it's a dance off,
like West Side Story here, How do you get to okay. But yeah, so we're introduced to basically number 2, which is Ben. He's alive, and
the Sparrow Academy.
Faye is pretty cool. She's got blackbirds that she emits from her body with a bit of,
and that's how she sees
body horror. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she sees that the right hand made a deal with what she thinks should have been the right hand. What's her name? When they meet at the diner to discuss their next step. What's Victor? Not Victor. Okay, I'm all mixed up on Elliot Page. Sorry.
Right. Vanya.
He goes, Vanya, I'm not number 1. Well, someone made a mistake, and I love the way she calls him out. Well, when that busload of tourists shows up, to admire you guys, I'm going to call you on the front lawn, just you.
Yeah.
We're going to throw down. He's like,
I'm going to take away your image.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it really, she never had that confidence before, right? So now it's like, oh, wow. Now she's like stepping up, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, and when they were all in the treadmills, he was showing them the tape, the close circuit camera footage, and like, how did one person get the drop on all you guys? Sloane does gravity manipulation.
Sloane does gravity. Yep. You have Christopher.
The cube.
The cube.
Yeah. Okay.
And who was number 4? The melty guy.
The guy who you punch and then he kind of
reflects it back at you, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Punch me in the face. But yeah, I kind of like this idea of another family there. It's interesting for sure.
Big time.
It ends with that glowing thing in the basement. It's don't tell me because I know you've watched ahead, but we get number 1 sucked into it, and yeah, that's I think all in all a great start.
Well, like I said, it's a great episode, and it really tells a story, but then creates more conflict for things to go haywire later. So I think it's really they did a great job with this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
And I always love 5.
Episodes.
5 is my favorite.
Yeah, me too. It's getting a little too big for those shorts and that blazer now, but yeah, whatever. He's just sprouting up a couple inches since we last saw him.
And who doesn't love Klaus, right?
Yeah.
Guys, come on. Let's have a drink.
Yeah. Party Klaus.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. I started a cult.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I missed in my recap. That's right.
Yeah. Klaus starting a cult.
All right. Well, let's get off Umbrella because I'm afraid you're going to spoil something.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, Strange New Worlds. Yikes! Did I not like this episode? So
yeah, I was never a fan of these.
Yeah, here's
alternate.
This is basically based on the Squire Gothos, which was one of the was the 17th episode of season 1 of the original series of Star Trek. So not only did we have to sit through this crap, but it delivers like the gut punch of all gut punch with Dr. Mbenga and his daughter. So you're like going from I can't wait for this to end, and then you're like, oh god, and did you have to age her? You know?
Yeah, no. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like you sit there and you're just kind of like, oh, I hate these episodes where they dress up and they're like forced to be other characters and thing. And then you know, when you see like everything about his daughter and like, oh my god, no. Whack, fuck.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I liked was Ensign Mount really got into this role, so it was fun to see him the complete opposite of his character. So he was the only one I was like, you know, the guy's got comedy chops. Somebody should stick him in a comedy movie, guys. Come on, look at this guy.
Oh yeah. That mountain of hair.
Yeah, he wore it flat. Did you see? It was all like parted down the middle like a page boy.
Oh yeah. No. Like I said, it's there. I think for them, they get to stretch out their chops a little bit and enjoy.
Well, when you do these self-contained episodes, you're going to run out of ideas. You got to do one of these, right? I mean, nothing is continuing. So
now with each episode, do you go back to the original series and see where it matches up?
Not all the time, but this one I did because I knew there was something similar. So I did look it up, and that's when I came across the Squire Gothos. They did the same thing. Yeah,
right. Okay,
for sure. But yeah, it's their silliest episode yet, but I'm sure next week's will not be. Okay.
No, they'll probably give us a little hard and fast.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of hard and fast, are you ready to jump into the voice? Well, let's get into Hero-gasm. So I don't know about you, but all on social media this entire week, they were warning us of this episode. They were saying we can't show you trailers. Legal won't let us. And the episode starts with another legal proclamation. I'm like, oh boy, give it to me. How are you going to top episode 1 of this season? But
they did. They did.
Ooh, Nelly. So yeah, basically an orgy with soups and man, lots of stuff going on in that scene.
Oh my god.
What was it? Love sausage? Oh boy, love sausage. From the minute love sausage opens the door.
Sausage away from me.
Yeah. Oh god! Oh, and wasn't that termite there again?
Yeah, the one that you got.
He gets whatever it was on Mother's Milk's coat. Like I
no, that wasn't termite. Yeah, well, he exploded.
It wasn't termite.
No, termite did get stuff on Mother's Milk's coat. Yes,
but I didn't know what end of the person he came out of when he just appeared. So I got lost in the mound of flesh there. I don't know if he came out of a man or a woman. You know.
But no, it's when Mother's Milk gets frosted.
Oh god, yeah, he opens the door. Oh,
I lost my shit on that one.
God,
like you just see him and he's just like,
yeah, like it makes you almost want to see what was behind that door that could do that. You know, like
you know what that reminded me of, and just the line from remember Zach and Miri Make a Porno?
Yeah,
when Jeff Anderson is filming underneath Jay and he pulls that. They're doing anal. He pulls out.
Oh, that's
she frosted me like a cake.
Yeah.
I just fucking had that line in my head after Mother's Milk gets just splooged all over. And the look on Starlight's face, he's just like, I need a bathroom now.
Oh god, that was horrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then of course Soldier Boy eventually shows up and take out the twins, but someone's of course loves sausages, just has to be playing Russian music, blacks out, blows up the house. Then of course the fight, I didn't think it was going to get that great, but man, we got Huey and Butcher and Soldier Boy all fighting Homelander. And I actually thought that was going to be the moment where he strips some of his powers, but he gets away. So,
well, I think Homelander knew he was outgunned and needed to get out.
Yeah, if he didn't take so long to charge, then it would have happened then. I still think that's how it's going to end. Like, I think he loses and then he tries to get it back the next season. But anyway, you never know with Homelander what he's going to do. And now he's talking to himself in the mirror. And
yeah. What do you think of Soldier Boy? He was pretty. We didn't do that shit.
He had. I love his '80s references.
Yeah.
When I think it was Huey saying, or no, Butcher was like, well, we took care of. I took care of. Who's his sidekick? Payback.
Payback. Yeah.
He goes. That's like fucking killing Emmanuel Lewis, And then he starts talking about Cosby. He goes, "Holy shit! Did he mix some strong drinks?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." Which makes you wonder, did he inadvertently drink one that was meant for a woman, or was Cosby like just what the fuck anybody?
Yeah, no kidding.
Gave Soldier Boy one. Oh man, his reference. No,
but he also had like the very very man's man kind of repertoire of who looks like that. Like what man looks like that, and you just
he's he was saying all kinds of politically incorrect, like how come I couldn't get what was the flavor, some really offensive racist flavor that he couldn't get any more from you. He's like, there's a lot to unpack there. But I think he's killing it in that role.
Oh, he is.
Like, it's like he's been doing it his whole life. I mean, and of course, I'm forgetting. I forgot to mention Deep at Herogasm getting blown by the octopus. Oh, with his ass cheeks right up against the aquarium. You're like, oh, okay, what's it going to be? What kind of a fish is this?
Well, it did say animals in the beginning, right? So.
Oh yeah, it did. But I was scanning that. I was scanning that whole scene, pausing. Okay, where's the animal? Okay.
But it's just like, what do they call them? C-rated soups just get together and.
Yeah, C-rated.
And then you have Blue Hawk.
Oh God, yeah. I figured A-Train was gonna do something like that. Like, damn my heart attack.
Yeah, just the skid mark from hell.
Oh yeah, no, that was a great.
That was road rash like crazy.
Yeah,
death by road rash.
Now we don't know if he's alive or dead, but I don't think he is. But
Well, come on! Like half of them got shaved off.
No, I know. I mean A-Train for doing that.
Down.
Yeah, no, and I mean A-Train.
Yeah, A-Train.
He was warned. He was warned what would happen. So the camera obviously cuts away, but we see him.
I think also the sensor they have on them, the tracker. Mm-hmm. I think monitors their vitals too. So.
Well, did you think I got confused? Did you think Black Noir took it out to try and track Soldier Boy himself to kill him, or he ran like Homelander suggests? Like I think
he ran. I don't
think he was that type. No, that guy. I mean, to run.
Well, I think it's knowing Soldier Boy because he was part of Payback, right?
Yeah, I know.
And he knows that it was Noir that orchestrated his capture by the Russians.
Yeah.
So I think Noir is getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Oh, okay. I thought he'd be just removing it to try and kill. So, like, instead of running, he was going after Soldier Boy, but didn't.
I think he just didn't want anybody else following him. Like, I don't think he wanted anybody to. He's disappearing, and he doesn't want Vought to know where he is. We have what's her name getting a little bit getting some balls as she rips out her hair again.
Yeah, okay. Colby Menifee, she's amazing. Oh man. And of course, Huey confronting A-Train at the Herogasm, expecting not an apology, but
yeah,
got one. Okay.
And then slugs him, and A-Train's like, what?
Yeah. Now Starlight turned against Homelander, did an Instagram live saying she's no longer Starlight, she's Annie January, and she fucking quit. So this will be.
I just like the Huey teleporting in naked. Teleporting them both out naked.
Yeah, she loses her clothes too in the teleport. Of course, she's obviously got a no nudity clause, damn it, in her contract, because she just basically wore a bustier in that scene, and they just had to shoot her below the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fair. World's not fair, people.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
they
okay
could.
to
They
see a
could.
guy
They
get
could.
blown by an octopus, but we can't see Starlight Egg. What kind of world
I
are we
mean, they
living
could have done a side view with her arms crossed across her boobs and
Yeah,
one
hand
leg
bra.
forward, and you just still profile.
Or do a Jessica Alba. Just, put her face in the shower and then put someone else's body. They did that. They did it with Jessica Alba in her movie, so she wasn't. People thought she was nude, but she wasn't. Oh Lord. But I'm wondering how many episodes now are left because
Well, that was what episode
7. This was 7.
7?
So did they don't give us 10, right?
They might.
It's probably. Oh really? Okay, I hope so.
I hope so too.
I really hope so because I loved it.
There's a lot to wrap up in 2 episodes. If they go to 9.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but Crip keeps hitting it out of the park.
Yeah.
Surprising the shit out of everybody. Let's see how far we can go this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What boundaries can we cross?
Soldier Boy making an LGBTQ reference.
Yeah.
In the various wrongest way.
Yeah, it was a different time, right? Back then. Okay.
Soup Lives Matter.
Yeah, I think there's 2 more episodes. So
okay.
So there's 9 episodes.
Well, the next 2 weeks ought to be interesting.
Yep. Can't wait for that. All right, let's get into a movie. I'm not sure if you liked or didn't like. I loved it. I watched it a second time. Sam Raimi. Well, say what you want about the movie. You got to admit Sam Raimi's visual flair in this movie. The colors, his palette, his saturation. I thought was incredible. Like, just looking at it from a visual flair. I hope you like that part of it, but
no, it was. But
did you like the movie?
You know what? To me, it felt very much WandaVision Part 2.
Too much horror. I guess you didn't like the horror.
Oh, horror! That didn't bother me. That wasn't horror. That was
well. I like the fact that it fooled me. The trailer fooled me because I thought they were going to team up. So I actually liked that she became the villain, and man, what a villain she was! Like I couldn't take my eyes off her. Like,
well, I mean, it was Westview times 10, right?
Oh yeah, like the R-rated version of Westview. But no, I thought it was great. Like Elizabeth Olsen, knocked it out of the park. I thought like she really was a tormented soul, and the way she went through the Illuminati. And let's talk about that for a sec, because this is why I didn't enjoy Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man, because every single aspect got spoiled. The only thing that got spoiled for me was Anson Mount, some idiot on the Saturday after the Friday posted a picture of him. So if you watched The Inhumans on TV, yes, bad show, at least you got a comic accurate costume. But John Krasinski, here's the big thing. John Krasinski, as Reed Richards, has been talked about for 6 years. This started as a tweet 6 years ago by a fan, and for 6 years I've been listening. So the fact that they pulled this off and it wasn't spoiled, of course we saw Haley Atwell. Oh my God, someone please make this live action movie. This just proves it. They went back to the What If episode. I mean, I was in heaven for that whole Patrick Stewart. I guess you noticed the yellow chair from the cartoon. I mean,
I know, I recognize. I mean, I knew most of that was coming anyway.
Oh, I didn't. Well, I mean, sure, the Super Bowl trailer showed part of his shoulder and the voice. So yeah, I guess, but no one actually spoiled it for him. You know what I mean? Like Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, I didn't know how they were gonna weave it together, but I mean. Honestly, for me, it was, like I said, it was WandaVision Part 2. I felt like, okay, I've seen this already. Yeah, I would have hoped they would have got to more universes. They passed through a dozen, rested in one, and then jumped to another one, and then back to the original.
Earth 616, which is ours, and then what? 818?
818 they were in, yeah. So I mean, the Illuminati is okay. We haven't the Illuminati of 616 hasn't been formed yet, but then again, we're missing Tony Stark. I'm sure everybody else is coming.
Who exists in every other universe.
Captain Marvel, they did a bit of a switch there.
Yeah. obviously didn't die
Yeah.
from first, didn't die of cancer, so that's good.
So I mean,
but but I liked how she went through them like nothing, like one word from his mouth. What mouth?
that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Reed Richards just tore him to ribbons, literally.
Oh, he was a cheese string.
Yeah, exactly. That scream he made just before he died. I mean, she just killed these guys in a blink of an eye. And then of course, Captain Carter, her shield right through her. I mean, sliced her. I mean, this was incredible.
Well, we knew they didn't have a chance.
No. I mean, that's what they're saying. I mean, and the fact, and I loved how, I didn't care for the America Chavez character, but I did like the thing where she's like, you know what, I'm going to give her exactly what she wants instead of fighting her, and then takes her to her kids, and then that's the thing that
Well, yeah,
turns out, that's
what breaks
works.
her.
Yeah,
when you're shown you are the villain.
Yeah, I thought that was a great.
Well, I mean, for the most part, most great villains don't see themselves as the villain.
Yep.
She was all about wanting to take care of her kids, and she wasn't going to let anything get in her way.
If they let her do what she wanted, like she said, "You'll never see me again," they actually could have saved a couple of hundred lives if they just gave her, job. Obviously, I know they can't, but look how many people she killed just to get to that point.
Yeah.
And I don't believe for a second she's dead, so whatever. I mean, I know she destroyed all the Darkholds in every universe, and that beautiful Wondergore temple of her collapses on itself with her in it, but I don't believe for a second. And even if she is dead, there's another version of her, right? So.
Well, the High Evolutionary needs to come into Wondergore and resurrect everything.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wondergore is actually the home of the High Evolutionary.
Yeah. Well, I know you like this. I know you like the Bruce Campbell cameo, Pizza Papa, where his hand becomes possessed again, is punching himself in the face. And then the end credit of obviously, he's still punching himself.
Yeah,
so let me talk about that end credit scene, because I purposely, when we reviewed the episode 1 of The Boys, I purposely didn't bring up Charlize Theron because I was afraid I was going to spoil Doctor Strange for you, because I already seen. So what are the odds of Charlize Theron turning up as two different superheroes in two different movies? But she actually filmed the Boys one first.
Oh, really?
Seth Rogen, who she did the movie with, and pals asked her. She said, sure. Then Marvel asked her, and she went, okay, I got to come clean. I already did something just like this for The Boys. And they're like, oh, we love The Boys. This is totally different, but you'll be playing Clea. Like, we're fine with that cameo of yours. So this is odds, right?
In The Boys, she was part of a movie, and she was portraying Stormfront.
Yes, but it was a cameo. She cameoed in both movies. What I'm saying, so that's why I purposely didn't mention it, because I didn't want to spoil. I thought it was going to come out if I mentioned it, so I left it out.
I mean, I wasn't moved by it at all. It was just like, okay.
No, this character's from 1964. Yes, she had a love interest with Doctor. I mean, yeah, I didn't know. Everyone Googled that. I mean, like, I didn't know who the hell she was, but.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, it's just cool. It was Charlize Theron, and it was kept a secret again.
See, for me, like, Endgame and Infinity War was like a universe-ending scenario that, you felt the universe was ending. This one was just kind of like, yeah, okay. Doesn't feel the same. Like, been there, done that. That was sort of my take on it. I mean, I liked, spots of it, like, yes, Fantastic Four, yes, Professor X, and so on. But otherwise, it was just meh. I think Top Gun was a better movie, to be honest.
Well, I don't. I mean, I personally, I don't compare like comic and non-comic, but I like the second Doctor Strange better than the first one. But
yes. I like the first one better.
Yeah, no, I know. I figured you would, but for me, I like this one because it was a continuation of WandaVision, because of all the because of Haley Atwell from everything.
I'm not as enamored with it as you are.
No, I know. I liked it. I'd watch it again too. I really liked it, but mostly for Elizabeth Olsen's acting. She did great.
Oh, she did do
great job.
great, but like I said, I think for me the overall, like I said, WandaVision Part Two. I said we've been through this. We dealt with this. Why are we dealing with this again? You know what I mean? They could have come up with with something new and fresh that would have been more enticing versus okay, yeah, Wanda's going to destroy the universe. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, she is a one-woman wrecking crew. I forgot about how she kills Jesus Professor X, sneaks up behind him in his mind and snaps his neck. Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. There's no Logan in this universe.
That's right. Yeah. Also.
But like I said, I'm hoping the rest of Phase 4 kind of like.
Well, I'm sure you'll like Love and Thunder better.
Probably.
On July 8th.
You know, I hope they. I guess. Well, no. I mean, Taika's comedy aspect of things, you still want it to be a little bit on the serious side too. Although they had some good.
Yeah, I thought Ragnarok was a good mix.
Yeah, Ragnarok was a good mix. It was a good mix.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not more jokey than.
Yeah, Ragnarok had a little bit of camp to it, and it was okay, but let's not go too far in that direction.
Yeah, well, I think so far of all. Well, I do not actually. I like the first. I know people shit on the first movie, but I like the first movie a lot.
Oh, so did I. So did I. I liked the first one too. I thought the only thing the first movie should have done was, I think Thor's redemption in the first movie came a little bit quick. They could have done like a 2-minute montage of him interacting with the town to learn what it was like to be human. So like a few weeks pass before the destroyer shows up to, kill him. And
yeah.
And then he has a little bit more of investment in, I guess you could say, in protecting the town and protecting Midgard, and trying to, I've spent time amongst these people and you will not destroy them, that kind of thing. But they could have easily done that with like a 2-minute montage of him baling hay, lifting up a car so someone can change the tire, just shit like that, right? And then I think that would have solidified the first Thor movie a lot more for me. But other than that, it was well done. It was well conceived. Set up the characters beautifully. So yeah, there you have it.
All right, there you have it. Not much helping in the news. I don't have much going on this past week. So I don't know if you got anything. Please say so, because.
Well, I heard rumors they were going to do a Jon Snow spinoff of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and in fact that he approached HBO is what I'm reading, and George R. R. Martin's involved. But again, nothing is official yet. But I find that surprising. He wanted to return to that character. Since how he kind of got the shit end of the stick that season.
He wants redemption.
Yeah, but he should have been made king. But whatever. I mean, of course I'd watch it. I'm looking forward to the one on August 21st, House of Dragon. But yeah, who wouldn't want to see Kit Harington as Jon Snow again? Yeah, I'd watch it for sure. Yeah. But too bad he had to kill Daenerys there. We could have had her in it too. But we'll see her next in The Secret Wars on Disney+.
Yeah. And what we got coming up next? We got Stranger Things July 1st.
July 1st, also with The Terminal List with Chris Pratt on Amazon Prime. Yeah. Plays a Navy SEAL. And of course, July 8th is Thor: Love and Thunder.
And we're going to be at Comic-Con.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see it probably the Sunday, I'm guessing. And then July 22, we have the big Russo brothers, The Gray Man, starring Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling.
That kind of looks
Ana
interesting.
De Armas. Nice action-packed movie. And of course, we're getting Prey, that Predator movie. It's coming to Disney Plus because they have a deal with Hulu. So we are going to get it in August to stream.
Actually, I've been watching The Orville on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane's show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm up to season 3, and now that's coming out weekly.
Yeah, on Disney Plus, I just finished Abbott Elementary and started Atlanta with Donald Glover, but I haven't gotten around to The Orville yet. But,
Actually, it's gotten a little bit more serious, which is kind of interesting for him. Like, he's really expanding his acting chops in this show. Like, I know, it's supposed to be a Star Trek spoof and all that, but they're finding their own feet, which is kind of really interesting. And him not being like the, I guess you could say, comedy guru that he is. Like, we all expect him to be like Stewie and Peter Griffin and Ted. And he's like, he only shows a smattering of comedy. And so far, they've gotten some big guest stars on there. Like,
well, yeah, I was listening to Rob Lowe's podcast, and he apparently turns up at one point.
He is. He plays
Seth
the
MacFarlane.
blue alien that slept with Seth
got
MacFarlane's wife.
Something on his forehead or something?
Yeah, he spews through his forehead.
Yeah. 'Cause Rob Lowe said, I read that in a script. I read no further, and I said, I'm in.
Like, Ted Danson's been in it, Kelly Hugh, Victor Garber.
Good old Canadian Victor Garber from Alias.
Of course, all three of them play admirals, so it's like...
Okay.
And they just had an episode where the president of the Planetary Union was Bruce Broxleitner.
Yeah. Coming to Montreal Comic-Con.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I already met him in Ottawa, so I got him to sign my Tron book, but nice guy.
There you go. Yeah. What was the show? No, he wasn't in that one.
Yeah, Bring Him Back Alive. It was this show he did, right? Where he went after a wild game or something?
Yeah.
It's called,
No, I was thinking the Tales of the Golden Monkey.
Oh, okay.
But that wasn't him. That was another one.
That was from the 80s, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it was so far it's a great watch. Like the when they do go into the comedy, it's funny. Like the second officer getting hooked on cigarettes, and they're smoking them like 15 packs a day because their alien bodies can take it. But they're highly addicted to it. It's hysterical. And they got while he was still with us, Norm Macdonald playing Lieutenant Yaphet, a blob.
Well, don't tell me the whole show. I might watch it.
Actually, you should watch it. You should.
All right,
let's
say no more. Let's change subject then.
It's all highly recommended. I think you'll get a kick out of it. All right, then. Let's close her out. You can find us on social media. You can search Butcher Bay Rejects on YouTube. Find us on Twitter at Bay Rejects, on Facebook at Butcher Bay Rejects, and on TikTok at Butcher Bay Rejects. And also our website, butcherbayrejects.com. I almost goofed that, but I caught it. And you can find us on all the podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Lugal. Hot tub time machine. Lugal. You find something, you Lugal it.
That's it. Google Podcasts, Alexa TuneIn, Amazon Music, Spotify, Pandora, and iHeartRadio, and Alexa TuneIn. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. I am Mark.
I'm Greg. See you next week, nerds.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.